Sequel to my last video on genetically weak dogs, there are a number of questions that popped up under the comment section and all that. So I just want to quickly address them. In summary, most of the questions bordered around how do we prevent this from happening? How do we solve the problems and all that? So I'm going to start with how to prevent it. The first thing you need to do, I'm going to just itemize them. The first thing you need to do is ask yourself, what's the purpose of getting this dog? If the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. And abuse doesn't necessarily have to be physical hurt or any form of hurt. Abuse simply means abnormal use of something. It doesn't have to be physically touching the dog and all that. So if you get a lap dog or a pet dog and expect that dog to meet or to behave or to protect you like a guard dog will do, that's an abnormal use of that breed. So know why you need a dog. And then the second step is do an extensive research as to what breeds of dog falls into the category of or what breeds of dog that actually meets your purpose. Then number 3, narrow it down to which of these breeds of dog, this breed of dogs actually match my lifestyle. You know, a lot of people, like I said, especially in a place like Lagos, Nigeria, where I'm based, hustling and bustling is everywhere. So you might have, there are certain breeds that are good guard dogs, but at the same time, they can be apartment dogs. While there are other breeds of dogs that very solid, powerful guard dogs, but they don't do well in an enclosed environment. So this is why you have to now narrow it down to what breeds of these dogs actually match my lifestyle. So having done that, the next step is to now know how to select a puppy, because that's where the problem lies. Also, when you get to a breeder's place, having made your research, you are now going into the breeder's premises, or perhaps if you are not in the same state or country with the breeder, you can seek certain or ask for certain videos that actually answer those questions you would have gone to the breeder's house with. For instance, you want to see the dog's stability. Like I said, puppies do not have enemies. When you enter a breeder's house and then you see certain puppies in the same litter run under the car and start barking at you, and then you see some breeders try to paint it or package it and say, oh, the dog is reserved, or the dog is shy, that word shy, or the dog is aggressive. Guys, avoid that puppy by all means. It's either the puppy has been abused or the puppy is genetically weak, like I mentioned the other time. Puppies do not have enemies. Puppies naturally should first approach you. So even if the puppy barks at first and is not so sure about you, naturally under some seconds, the puppy will recover and then run towards you. That's how you choose a stable puppy. Then number 2 test, do sound tests, throw objects on the floor and all that. See how they react to these things. Anxious and nervous dogs can be detected by doing that. So now what you now need a dog for will now determine the extent of tests you will run. And of course, the tests you will run at that age of the puppies, they are limited. At least just test for, if you are looking for a walking dog, test for the drive of that dog by using a ball. Test for the intensity of the dog by seeing how far the dog can go to get that ball. An average puppy will run halfway and then get tired and then come back and leave the ball. But a very intense puppy will go to any length to get the ball. If the ball falls into the gutter, it will almost jump into the gutter. If the ball gets under the car, it will go under the car to get the ball. That's a very intense puppy. So that's for walking dogs. If you are looking for a pet dog, all you need to look out for is the most accommodating dog, the most sociable dog, not the touchy one that wants to bite because you are touching or because you want to carry him. All those things matter a lot when you are choosing your dog. And of course, finally, work with a professional. Get dog psychologists, get a dog trainer to guide you through. Just like I've always, propagated my 1-hour dog leadership class. This will help you now, having chosen the right dog, help you now travel that seamless, stressless, and safe uh, journey through raising or journey of raising your puppy. So I think with this, I've been able to answer most of the questions, if not all, regarding how to avoid the so-called shy dogs, which are actually genetically weak dogs, and then how to choose properly for a safe ride with your dog.